Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session, the afternoon edition. I'm here with my guy Wayne. What's up, Wayne?
What's going on, Jay? What's going on, Pickdawgz family?
Yes, sir, man. We're back at it again, afternoon live show, man. We're finna run through the card one more time. We got one, two, three, four, five. We got 6 games left on the board. The Raptors game already went off. Typical Raptors. They won, didn't cover. I stayed away from it. Did you have any action in that one?
Yeah, that was my premium. Mitch tried to get me to give it away on there, and I did go with Detroit. That was the first time that I bet Detroit all season, and I put that in my write up. But yeah, man, that Raptors team, I can't trust them. I was on them with the Pelicans, and they do the same thing, man. They just can't. They're not a 7 point win team, even when they win. I don't even care if it's every once in a while they'll beat up on one of these bad teams, but for the most part, man, they struggle. When Scotty Barnes is your second option, you're in trouble. You're
Yeah,
in trouble. I
I
do
mean,
not
I
like
agree
him.
with
I
you.
don't like to bash on like one player, but when that's one of your top players on the team, yeah, I'm gonna fade them until they get rid of that guy or until he plays better.
Nah, yeah, I can feel you on that. I had leaned Raptors this morning on the jam session. It was it felt weird leaning Raptors because I don't like that Raptors team. I almost fade them almost every opportunity I get, but I took them in that one. So it didn't go our way. But you know,
I
um,
definitely don't blame you for that, though. I mean, I kind of could have seen it going some way, but Detroit been playing real hard ball, and young guys they're a tough team.
yeah,
Rockets, they young and got talent, but this team is actually young with talent and tough. Like you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
for
I like
sure,
that about them.
for sure. Well, we got like I said, we got one, two, three. We got 6 games left. We can head right to the first one. We got the Miami Heat on the road in Charlotte. Kind of close by you, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
we got Miami land 6 on the Hornets on the road. How you feel about this one?
Man, last time they played, I actually was on the Hornets +7, I believe, that game, and I went to that game, and the Hornets won that one outright, and they're playing good, man. They're getting healthy. They got Oubre back, man. That's a big score off this bench. They've been missing a lot of bench points. If you look at Charlotte's lineup, man, they actually got a decent starting lineup. But in this one, I still stayed away. I like Miami. They're one of them teams that struggle to score. They're pretty much last in field goals, last in scoring, last in 3 pointing. So I had to stay away. I love what they do on defense, but I just can't get a good read on when they're gonna play some offense. And they tend to play their better ball at home. They kind of like to play down to their competition. I stayed away from the spread. Is it still 4.5?
I'm actually seeing it gone all the way up to Miami laying 6.
Okay. I like Charlotte a little better at that 6, but I did a little digging, and I found that Miami, they are not a good starting team. Definitely on the road, they're 0-5 in the first quarter in their last 5 games. And Charlotte, as you've seen, they've been playing well. Like I said, these starters for the Charlotte team, they play good at home. So I'm on the first quarter. I'm on Charlotte actually money line in there, but you guys can take the points. But I'm on Charlotte money line in the first quarter. I'm in and out of that game.
To be honest, I love that play. I couldn't blame you. I could see Charlotte coming in hot. I mean, they're the hotter team. They've won 3 straight. Miami's lost 3 straight. Y'all know me, man. I have no problem fading Miami. They are the number one team on my do not bet list. I fade this team every opportunity I get. Miami is the worst cover team in all of the NBA. There's 30 teams. Miami is the worst cover team, meaning if you put your money on this team, you've lost more money betting this team than any other team this season. 21, 36, and 3 against the spread. I've only covered in 36.8% of their games. And, you know, I
That
don't
don't
think
sound
Lang.
like the side you want to be on.
Yeah, I just don't feel like it's a side you want to be on, quite honestly. The Hornets, they're like we said, they're playing better basketball. They've won 3 straight. They beat up on the Wolves in their last one. Miami on that back to back, they got hammered yesterday. Not only did they lose, they got hammered yesterday. So
I was
I
one of them
wouldn't,
people.
yeah, I wouldn't be trying to touch Miami in this one.
Nah, I'm one of them people that were with you that was on the Bucks early, whether Giannis played or not. And yeah, man, this Miami team is not one of the ones. I hate to talk trash about them. 'Cause I know we got a lot of folks that like them, but I mean, you got to call a spade, man. If they're not
For
playing
sure.
good, if they're not the team we're the same Miami team they used to be, they're dealing with a lot of injuries, a lot of players that they thought were going to contribute. They're not really contributing, so they're in a rough spot right now. So until they show me like some progression upward, I just got to either stay away from them or keep fading them, like you've been saying, Jay.
Yeah, and with this line steady going up, I mean, I don't. I mean, I guess I understand that people wanting to fade Charlotte. Miami theoretically is the better team. I think that's really the only reason this line is moved. But for me, I'm probably much the same place I was this morning on the gym session, grabbing the points with the Hornets. And to be honest, if I was going to be 1,000% with y'all, I couldn't talk y'all off possibly take on the money line as well.
Yeah, me neither. I wouldn't be mad at that bet either. So one of the harder games on the board, but you want to take the team, you want to take the points with the harder teams. It just seems like the smarter thing to do, and with them being at home, yeah. It's Charlotte. It's either Charlotte plus the points or no bet for me.
For sure. We got our next one. We got the Pacers on the road in Orlando. Orlando laying 2.5. I know Orlando your team.
You already know. Hey man, but hey, I like the Pacers a lot too. I don't bet on the Pacers a lot. They don't burn me here.
Me too. Me too.
They're 2-8 ATS on the road. They're one of the worst road teams in the league, to be honest. 8-20 straight up on the road. Magic, play their best basketball at home. Thing that kills me with the Pacers is they rely so much on the three ball. So when they don't hit, and they're not a team that got a lot of aggressive drop people that like to drive. They got a lot of guards. They don't score in the paint too much. So when they're not hitting this three ball, you can really tell them they get down behind teams that pretty fast. And Orlando, they're not the best defensive team. They're kind of mid-pack. But when it comes to the three ball, they're number 6 as far as guarding the three. So that doesn't bode too well for Pacers. My thing is I love taking the Magic when we got points. So I will be on Magic money line this one. And I'll just stay away from the point thing. We can get down and claw back in it in the fourth, or we can be up and let them come back in it. So it was a no play for me, but I'm still thinking about maybe playing the Magic money line or maybe parlaying that up.
I mean, you pretty much just took the words out of my mouth with what you just said on that one. I'm pretty much saying the same thing. The Pacers, I don't like the spot for them, and they've only won one of their last 5. They've been struggling. They did cover against Boston in their last one, took them the overtime, and they did beat Chicago the game before that outright. But other than that, man, it's been ugly for this team. I've been somebody that's been betting the Pacers, but a lot of that is at home. I like the Pacers on their home floor. On the road, it's really not a bet-on situation. The Magic, one of the better cover teams in the NBA, honestly. You can make money betting the Magic. Especially on their home floor. So I lean Magic in this one, to be honest. They've won 3 of their last 5. They failed to cover against Detroit in their last one, but we're only laying a bucket here in this one. I'm seeing line at 2.5. When I say that, less than 3 to 3, so we're only laying a bucket. I could money line minus 150. I would probably just go ahead, lay the 2.5 if I were going to play it. We saw the Magic beat them last time out in Orlando, 126-120. The Pacers did win the first 2 in Indiana. I wouldn't be surprised if this game pretty much went like that last one. That's just how I see it. So it's probably Magic or nothing for me in that one.
No, I'm with you on that, Jay. And on that one that I got on my notes that it was no Halliburton, but in that one that they won last time, but at the same time, I think Magic playing a lot better, and Halliburton ain't just tearing it up every game here in and out to somebody to be scared of right now, like he was before he got hurt. So
for sure, I agree.
Yeah. And when we got these tight games, another thing what I like to look at is the bench, and I do feel like we have the better bench pieces. So I like the Magic.
For sure. I like that little nugget you gave about the 3-point shooting. I think the Magic, a key about this team, they're really long. I feel like I said that on the jam session, man. Y'all got 37-footers on y'all's roster. So
yeah, at least 5 people that are 6'10" and above. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I think they could probably pull that one out down there in Orlando.
Fultz is a big point guard stepping up, man. All right, enough about my Orlando, but yeah, he's going off.
Our next one, man, we're gonna go to New York, man. We got the Pelicans heading in there. We got New York laying 3.5. The Knicks playing really good basketball, man. They've won 4 straight. We got the Pelicans that's lost 2 straight. How you feeling about this one?
I only got 2 NBA premiums today. One of them already went off. I got a premium in this one, so I'm just gonna give the total out though, and I'm gonna let you give your opinion on it. Sure. But we just got two good defenses. 2 great defenses to me. I like not really on the Pelicans, but Knicks play tremendous defense. Even last night when they got down and the way they clawed back in it, they did a lot on defense and getting some turnovers, started hitting some threes late. Pelicans can play great defense, definitely at home, but these are 2 slower paced teams as well, and both of them seem to stall out on offenses every once in a while. So I lean to the under in this one. I believe it was 228, 226, and I'll lean to the under in that one.
Okay, I'm seeing it even come down even more than that. I'm seeing it now at 224. I think I'm seeing.
Yeah, okay. Let me see where the over at though.
Yeah, so it's coming down now. But for me in this one, on this morning show, I leaned Pelicans. I still lean their direction. To be honest, it's nothing solid reason why I lean that one. The Knicks are playing really great basketball right now, guys. They really have. They've won 2 straight on the road where they play their best basketball. We're in Madison Square Garden, where for some reason they don't play their best basketball. I don't know if that's because teams like coming into Madison Square Garden, the historic venue, and playing really well, or if the Knicks just like playing better on the road. I haven't figured that out yet.
Can we do something real quick?
What's up?
I just want you to go through the starting lineups of both one and tell me which one you like better. Just the starting lineups from point guard to point guard, from shooting guard to shooting guard, and I just want to see who you like better. If you had to pick a point guard from each team, a shooting guard, just off the starting lineup for the night.
I would probably go Jalen Brunson for the.
Okay. So that's a win for the Nets, point guard wise.
I would probably go. Who's that? I'll probably go CJ McCollum at the 2 for the Pels.
Over Grimes, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does Brandon Ingram start at the 3 or the 4?
Yeah, he starts at the 3, I believe. But sometimes my boy come in Trent. So I don't know. Let me double check that lineup. I had it pulled up. Sorry.
I mean, it's fairly even because then I'll probably go Randall at the 4, and then the 5 would probably be a wash. So
you don't think Valanciunas is way better? You don't like Valanciunas as a center?
I do, but I mean, he's not to me just. Yeah, Okay. So
I just want to hear that real quick.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm somebody that's high on the Pelicans. I've been high on the Pelicans all year. I think even when they get back healthy, man, they're gonna be a scary team, and I think that's just what it is. Zion has to come back soon, but I think they still got some playmakers over there. Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum. I like Trey Murphy. Herb Jones can play some defense. I like this Pelicans team, and like I said, man, I don't have no solid reasoning on why I believe that the Pelicans are going to win this game, but sometimes I just get that gut feeling, and I kind of got that one on this one. So I lean Pelicans in that game, man. But again, nothing solid. Knicks are red hot, guys.
I ain't mad at you for that one.
For sure, yeah. In our next one, we can go to. Oh my bad, I got sidetracked. In our next one, man, we got a really, really good game, man. We got the Denver Chicken Nuggets, man. They're out on the road facing the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are dominant at home. The Nuggets, best record in the Western Conference, though. How you looking at this one?
This was a tough one for me. Boy, it was a tough one. I mean, it was one of them games where you can make points for both sides. I'm leaning Nuggets on the road. Nuggets are 5-5 in their last 10, but they're 3-0 on the road in ATS wise in their last 3, and they beat Cleveland, good win. Miami, good win. Charlotte, yeah, but still 3 times where they covered on the road in their last 3. Memphis is starting to pick it back up a little bit at home, but they still not showing me enough. They're still 4-10 at home, ATS wise in the last. They're 2-1 in the last 3 though. But those wins were Minnesota and Chicago where they covered. You're supposed to cover those games, and they didn't cover against Utah, a team that they should have covered against. So the jury's kind of still out on me for Memphis. They just struggle to score. I love what they bring defensively. I love how tough they play. But when you struggle to score against a team like Denver and you're giving them points, it's hard for me to not like Denver here. I kind of my lean is Denver. Only reason why it's not a lock is because Denver won this game last time, and but they had Gordon in there, and Gordon's not playing tonight, and Bones Highland, they combined that game for 34 points. So that's 34 points is missing between those two. I think Joke is going to pick up some of the slack, but it's the only reason I really ain't going with Denver. I definitely want to be mad at anybody for taking Memphis at home. But for me, Denver being an underdog, it's not too many times you can get that this season. They're still playing good, so I'll lean to Denver plus the 2.
I definitely see your argument, man. This is one of those type games. It's a 50-50 type game. When I say that, I mean either one of these teams could win this game, and I wouldn't be upset about how it played out. The Nuggets, man, like I said, they are the best record team in the Western Conference. And I still think this team is underrated. I still think people are hating on them. I still don't think people don't understand how good Nikola Jokic really is. Like, he's that guy, man. There's a reason he's probably about to win MVP for the 3rd straight season. With that being said, though, I gotta take the Grizzlies here in this basketball game, man. The Grizzlies 24-5 on their home floor. They've only lost 5 games there all season. On the road, it's hard sledding trying to bet the Grizzlies. At home, though, man, they are dominant, man. They go stupid, dummy, crazy on their home floor, man. They working with revenge as well. As you said a minute ago, the Nuggets did win the first one in Denver, 105-91. That one was on the 20th of December. I was on the Grizzlies in their last one against the Sixers, and that one hurt. I had the Grizzlies on the money line in that one. I think they had got up to like 17 points up on the Sixers on the road, a really, really good Sixers team. Sixers are actually the best home cover team in the NBA right now. Memphis is not too far down that list, but I like what I've seen from the Grizzlies. I know they fell short, but I think tonight, man, I think they know they have to start stacking wins. They did a lot of bum gumping early in the season, talking about how they were fine in the West and all that great stuff, man. This is the game you got to prove it. The best team in the Western Conference coming into your gym. I think the Grizzlies use this one as a statement game. I like the Grizzlies here. I'll probably lay the points.
Hey man, you almost got me on there with you. My only thing is no Adams. I guess I would have loved it more if Adams was playing somebody that can at least slow Jokic down, but I don't believe even Jackson, even if they double him, he's still gonna make it hard. He's gonna make it hard. They don't got nobody that can at least slow him down. So, but no,
it's gonna be a really good one.
I can definitely see the Memphis getting it done on their home court too. That's why I stayed away from it.
Sure. Our next game, man, they gave us back-to-back bangers. The NBA did, man. I love this game as well. We got the Celtics on the road facing the Sixers. Celtics laying the 1.5. Celtics best record in the NBA, but Sixers best home cover team in the NBA. How you looking at this one?
Man, I'm leaning with the Celtics. I'm leaning with the better team, but I don't want to go against Embiid at home. This just goes back to he's the best player on the court, and I don't just cap based off him being the best player on the court, but they have nobody that can stop them. That's like Boston's weakness, kind of like going against teams with a big man. Yeah, they can run you down the floor, but if Embiid gets going, he 40 and 20 and Harden, they have all the pieces to make it tough. This is a game where I go back when everything is even and it's all said and done. I have to go to the bench. And to me, Boston has a better bench. That's why I lean with Boston. They have guys that can come off that bench and get you 15 when stuff is getting tight. And I don't like the Sixers bench too much. I like the starters. They do got a couple players that come off that bench. But as far as they matching up well, good on defense, and Boston's a better offensive team, and they got the better bench. So I'm leaning with Boston on this one. No lot of stats and nothing like that. Just based off of play performance and just the bench. I think they got the guys on to come off the bench and get it done.
I'm with you on this one too. This one I think to me too. We got arguably 2 top 3 teams in the Eastern Conference. It's going to be a tight one all the way through with the lines are probably exactly where it should be. And, it's just pick a side. Me, I'm probably with you. I'm on the Celtics. I've called them the best team in the NBA for majority of the season. They're the best record team in the NBA. They came out of the Eastern Conference last season. We've already seen them beat the Sixers team twice this season. Granted, both of those were in Boston. Both of those, the first two were in Boston, 106-99 and 126-117. We are in Philly in this one. And like I said a minute ago, Philly goes stupid on me crazy on their home floor as they are the number one ATS team there. 21-10-1 against the spread on their home floor. I've covered in 67.7% of their home games. The list right behind them though is pretty much all our teams we love betting. Denver's right behind them, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Oklahoma City, Golden State, and Memphis. They're all right there. But yeah, man, this is a tough one. I gotta go Celtics though. I think their defense kind of will step it up in this one. I think they just got the more scoring, man. To be honest, they can come at them in more angles. I'm still waiting on James Harden. The Sixers, the key for them is going to be James Harden, and I just don't know if he's gonna.
Tobias too. Tobias be having games where he has 10 points, but anytime he has 20, they win pretty easily. So it's like you got to watch Tobias Harris. He's on the court a lot of times. He can affect the game in a whole bunch of different ways. He's a big guy. He's been in this league a while. He can. I can definitely see him go for 25, 30 pretty easily some nights, and I see him chilling, straight playing defense some nights. So he's a big part of why the Sixers win some games, but he's a hard call. When he gonna ball and when he gonna chill.
For sure, man. It's a really good one. I'm excited to watch this one. I'm gonna be honest with y'all on this one. I didn't fire it up, but I do lean Celtics pretty heavily in this one. In our last one, we can go to our last one of the day, man. We got the Spurs on the road facing the Utah Jazz. The Spurs, we know, probably the worst team in basketball right now. It's an argument between them and Houston. But they're right there. They're awful. They seem to get hammered in every game they're in. But do you feel comfortable laying 10.5 here with the Utah Jazz?
Let me double check these lineups. Let me see. This was definitely a no play for me.
It was for me too. It definitely is for me too, a no play. I lean Spurs just because laying 10.5 with Utah seems kind of crazy.
No Sexton, no Olynyk. Possibly no Olynyk, no Sexton. Yeah, give me the 10 with the Spurs. Just Spurs come out some games like they're one of them hard teams. Of course, they're in the tankathon, but hey, every once in a while they'll come out and they'll be up 15-20. They'll still lose the game, but they'll get out to a good start enough for them to cover the game. And I think this is one of them games where if Jazz don't got all their starters, and the Celtics, not the Celtics, the Spurs, they come out, they want to play, they get a good early lead, your 10 points should be pretty safe. I'd rather take the 10 than lay the 10.
I'm right there with you. I know San Antonio's awful. They're 24-36 against the spread this season, exactly 40%. But that does mean they cover spreads sometimes. They're not just an automatic fade and pick up money, and getting 10.5. I would have to lean there, man. I know they've been hammered by like Dallas just hammered them. Charlotte beat them by 10. Cleveland beat them by 8. Atlanta beat them by 19. So I know they're not the best team, but I probably would lean in their direction. For Utah, the game that's still fresh in my mind, while I probably wouldn't lay this, I laid 10 last time with the Utah Jazz against my Dallas Mavericks, I believe. And the Jazz were laying 10, and they end up losing that game by 13. Earlier in the season with the Mavs playing absolutely nobody. No Luka in that game. We didn't have Kyrie yet. It was just our young guys. Jazz lost outright as 10-point favorites last time. I would have to lean Spurs in that one to close that out.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Jay, Jazz, they're one of them hard teams for me to get a good read on too. So I'm not really a big better of the Jazz. I bet them a few times early in the season, but I definitely cooled off once they made some of their trades and looked like they're kind of trying to I don't know what they're trying to do.
I don't know what they're trying to do either. But for the show, man, I usually kind of close it out with a parlay.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, man, we cook us up a little parlay right quick. Let's see what we can do. We only got 6 games, so it's not a whole lot of meat on the bone. But I'm a degenerate, man. I can put it together.
Yeah, I was about to say we can do one like the parlay show. You pick one, I pick one. We can agree on one.
All right, let's do it.
You gonna save me mine? You already know what mine is, right? So you gonna stay away from that one.
You going Orlando?
Yes, sir. You already
Okay.
save me that
one. Okay, if you go Orlando, if I'm be honest, I want to just fade the Heat. I always fade the Heat.
Nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong. I'm with you on that. So I mean,
so we can go. Yeah. All right, we can go Charlotte, Orlando, and then which one? We can go 3-leg. Which one to agree on to close it out?
Sound like we were both pretty high on Boston money line.
Boston. We can throw them Celtics on there.
Orlando, Boston, and Charlotte plus the 6 or however many you can get them at. Buy it up, take it just to be safe. But you should be pretty good with them. They play hard and they got all their starters play great. They got a couple more players coming off the bench. Like I said, that Kelly Oubre should help them cover some more games. I'm definitely going to be looking to start betting Charlotte a little more when they're getting these 7 to 8 point. This 4 or 5 is range. Nah, I'm chill, but they getting them 6 to 7. I'm gonna bet them like I was betting Orlando when we used to get those points.
Sure.
We're not getting them no more.
Yeah, we're not getting them great lines like we were getting with Orlando earlier this season. Same thing with the Thunder buddies. Earlier in the season, we were getting great lines with the Thunder. Man, they done caught up to us now. I think Charlotte might be a bet on team moving forward. Kind of early. They were banged up. LaMelo missed a lot of time. Oubre missed a lot of time. Hayward missed a lot of time. They're kind of healthy right now, so that and like I said, I love fading Miami. So
LaMelo, me and Al talked about this the other day. I had brought this up, and he tried to challenge me. He couldn't find one. I said LaMelo is the best, even though he's coming off injury. He's the best point guard on the East. I said you can argue Trae Young, but to me, it's kind of LaMelo. He tried to go down all the Eastern starting point guard lineups, and the Eastern Conference don't have a lot of stars as point guard. They have a couple good ones like Smart and Holiday, but as far as stars, LaMelo and Trae Young are the only stars as point guards. Unless you can bring me any kind of point guard in the conference, I'm gonna ride with them.
I mean, to be honest, I never really thought about it like that. But when you put it like that, he just might be. I mean, I'm looking right now. You got maybe Halliburton, but I'll probably take LaMelo over Halliburton right now. You got Darius Garland, but I'll probably take LaMelo over Darius Garland right now. So hey, that's pretty. I probably wouldn't argue with you. And the East really is lacking point guard. So Holiday, it's probably a solid argument, but I think LaMelo's probably a better scorer and playmaker. So. That's pretty interesting right there. But that's pretty interesting. But our parlay we went with the Charlotte Hornets plus the points, continuing to fade Miami, the worst cover team in the NBA. We went with the Orlando Magic laying the points. Orlando laying the 2.5 over the Pacers. Orlando's playing really good basketball on their home floor, playing the better basketball right now. And the last one, man, we went big game hunting. We took the Celtics, laying the 1.5 over the Sixers on the road. Celtics, the best team record-wise in the NBA. They beat the Sixers twice already this season. Hopefully they can do it for a third time to close out our parlay. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session. Looks like my Wayne lagging. Let's see if he can start lagging so we can get out of here right quick. There he is. Good. Yes, sir. All right. We're finna get out of here.
All right, guys. Appreciate you for having me, Jay.
Man. For sure, man. We'll see y'all later.